What's up, guys? Holding Alex with you here, bringing you Eden Zero manga review. This was chapter 32, titled Jimarov, the Murderer. Now, this chapter, we got a lot of unexpected things going on. The first page was, as you see in the thumbnail, was the color page, which was very interesting. You can tell Eden Zero is picking up popularity because lately, every other page has been like a color page, so that's letting us know, the viewers, that they've been doing real good. And we see that they're playing with like robots in the machine world, and the robots they're playing with are the 4 avatars that they picked to go into this realm of digitalists. So that was kind of cool seeing the witch and them play with that. Then we get the first page, which is Rebecca waking up and everybody, for some reason, is sleeping on her bed, except for Pino. Except for Pino, who's sleeping with a tree, hugging it. To her left side and to her right side, you have Dr. Wise and Homura in her own bed. But you have Shiki and Wise in her bed, so it's kind of funny. And we get this second page, the opening, which is where the real opening of the page begins. We have Sister Witch looking at Hermit's body, saying, "The Demon King is going to get your soul back. Don't worry about it." Then the other sister, Irie, she calls Witch over, and she tells her that we've been hacked. And she says that's impossible. Eden Zero is the most highest technology advance out here. And she's like, that only becomes true when Hermit is in control and she's on the ship. But without her being, protectant of the ship, because she's the protector of the ship, that's her job. She protects it and she makes sure it's always up to date. But since she's not around, the ship is actually open to hack now. And I guess basically her point of Sister Irie was, since our main cast jumped in there, some digitalists, and they made that communication link, someone is hacking through that link. And she's like, if we do something, we might get them cut off the game, which could either kill them or trap them in the game forever. So they decided to just let it be and not do nothing. Then when that discussion was over, we switch over to Shiki and his group. They're just walking in the jungle and the desert, I guess it looks like. And they start talking about how this is a beautiful place and how they can feel and touch and smell, even though this is a virtual war and stuff like that with virtual bodies. And then Shiki was like, all we need now is a monster to appear so we can beat up like a boss. And when he said that, a monster appeared, and Wise freaked out, was like, oh damn it, you jinxed it. And then Shiki was about to go ham on the monster, but the monster was like, wait, please don't attack me, I'm a good monster. And he was like, really? A good monster? And the monster was like, yeah, I came from the north. I came from a city called Cristal. And they explained to him why is a boss creature from around here, almost on the opposite side. And he explained to them that the city was technically destroyed in one day by a person, which is in the title. Jimarov destroyed the whole town, and he was the guy with the scythe. If you ever remember, he had a scythe and he pointed it at somebody. Well, he destroyed that whole city. And he explained this to them how badly he is and that he's allowed to kill people. But he hasn't got banned, even though it's against the rules. And he doesn't just kill NPCs, he kills animals and players and people and all that. He kills anybody. So they go over there and they see the city destroyed. And this girl comes out and she has to greet them. But then a scythe from the back hit her in the back and comes up from her side. And she just vaporized there as she falls. And we see Jimarov, and he starts talking trash, how he likes to kill people and blah, 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 and stuff like that. The murderer that he is. And then he points up, and Shiki see a whole bunch of people that are all players, bodied, one on top of each other. But they're on top of a pointy building, and he made them into a shish kebab. And Shiki was like, they're still alive. But when he went up there, the guy, Jimarov, told him, if you get them off, you definitely will kill them faster. No matter what you're going to do, they're going to die. And this really ticked off Shiki, of course. And he starts to explain the reason why he's here is because he was getting permission. And the person that invited him and gave him this permission was actually one of the galactic warlords, or demon general, depending on what translation you're reading. But I think galactic warlord, in my opinion, sounds better. So I'm going to go with that translation. But yeah, he explained that he was invited by one, and he even snitched out who's the one who invited him. which we actually seen this one before. He's the only one we've been introduced to. It's the alchemist mage, Draken. He's the one who we met 3 chapters ago, and he's the same one that's hired him to come here and gets to play executioner. And Shiki told him in the last panel with a mean face to face, "You're not gonna get away with this." So you know Shiki's about to throw hands. But this guy doesn't look like no slouch, so I mean, so far he doesn't have no credibility. I mean, he just been taking out scrubs and civilians, but he did taking out players too. And we don't know how powerful these players are and what they gained since they've been here, so. But that was a chapter. It was more just story progression and dialogue. Really good chapter. You don't always need fighting in a manga for it to be good. You know, chapters like this is real good. And I said this before, a lot of people like to hate on Fairy Tail. And it seems like Hiromashima, which is doing this as well, in Eden Zero, it seems like he's taking all the good things from Fairy Tail, but he's putting in the bad things for fixing them. So even though it has that Fairy Tail feel, the writing has been very good so far, and the battle's been good, and it hasn't really been no BS pulls or any like power-up friendship stuff. The friendship thing is always spoken about because that's Shiki's character development, and that's his character quirk. He wants to meet people and be friends because he's been lonely for so many years. So he's trying to make friends with everybody and anything. But he's the only one that really pushes that. And it's not as annoying as probably Fairy Tail will be. So for those who don't like Fairy Tail, y'all can get in this and read it. Believe me, it's okay so far. It has not been any of that. So if that's what you hate Fairy Tail, don't worry about saying that in Eden Zero because that's actually been fixed. And Hiromashima with his characters himself actually took a jab a couple of times at Fairy Tail and certain tropes. And every chapter you read of Eden Zero, there's always someone either in the background from the Fairy Tail realm in there. You just have to find the Easter egg. But this was a great chapter. Really great chapter. Loved it. Can't wait for next week's chapter. Can't wait to see what's going to happen between, this battle between Shiki and Jimarov. Jimarov looks pretty cool. He looks like a Grim Reaper type character. I mean, he fights with a cipher, God knows. So, can't wait to see what his power is. Hopefully, he's not just no weak scrub and he gets beat too quick. Especially since Shiki's not alone fighting him. He does have Rebecca with Happy, who's her weapon. Hermora, who we know is powerful, and Wise, who's also powerful. Pino, adult form. So, yeah, he's good with that squad. But, before I end this video, let's get to the final panel of the page, which was, Hermit. She's on top of a cliff looking down, and she says something about Ziggy. Even if machines do have souls, there's no human that possesses a soul. And when she's looking down with her legs crossed, she looks real sad and depressed. And that was basically the end of the chapter. And I'm thinking to myself, who's Ziggy? Is it the Demon King's real name or nickname for him? I don't think that was ever stated, and if it was, please correct me down below, but I don't think that was ever stated. So maybe Ziggy's a friend that she met on the way when all the sisters split. After the Demon King, stopped traveling because he took care of his Shiki on Granville. But that'll be the end of the chapter. Very great chapter, very great stuff. Can't wait to see them throw hands next week. Again, hopefully, Jimarov, hopefully he's no scrub. I mean, he was hired to be here by Draken, who's the alchemist mage, and he's one of the 6 galactic warlords, so he should be able to put up a good fight, hopefully. And can't wait to see what happened with Hermit, what's her backstory, and why she's acting the way she acts, and why is her soul stuck here, and why is she saying that humans have no soul. That's really another one that's kind of like jogging, kind of confusing on why she's saying that. But great manga review, great manga chapter 32 of Eden Zero. If you have not read it, please go read it. If you already read it, go read it again. Really great chapter, great stuff. But like, comment, share, subscribe, share with your family and friends. Please don't forget to hit the notification bell. Tell me down below what you liked about this manga so far in this chapter and what you didn't like. Tell me if you have not read it. I advise you to go read it. Great stuff. But that's all I have for you guys. Peace out and have a good one.